Cardi B's winning, Jersey Shore's losing. Nicki makes Miley the official Purdue chicken mascot. Plus, we have YouTube's king of pop culture, Kingsley, in studio. Stay tuned.
Presented by AfterBuzz TV and live from Los Angeles, California, it's AfterBuzz Tonight with Jesse Janity. AfterBuzz TV's first late-night talk show with a millennial mindset. From trending topics to interviews with your favorite influencers, celebrities, and performers, we've got it all. So grab your favorite late-night snack and join the conversation. And now your host, Jesse Janity.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse J, a.k.a. Jesse Janity, and welcome to AfterBuzz Tonight with me. Yo, tonight's ABC adult beverage of choice is, well, actually, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really have enough time before the show, so I just pulled some tequila out my fridge. Shout out to Courtney Stewart, fellow AfterBuzz here. And we got some, I'm going to call it a Maga Strawberita Aid. Boom, did that. Okay, I hope your weekend was blessed and highly favored, because mine was. I have this new thing, got the AMC pass, and I be going to see the movies, taking myself on dates, you know what I mean? Self-love, hey. This weekend, I went and saw Late Night with Mindy Kaling and Emma Thompson. And I gotta say, wasn't prepared for it, because I was like, can't see Toy Story because I promised this one. Can't see Child's Play because I promised that one. So what am I gonna see? Okay, well, let's go take a look at this. I didn't even know this movie was out. But I went, saw it. It was so cute, super cute, but it was Netflixable. Definitely could have waited for Netflix on that. But shout out to MC because I saw it for free. Also, speaking of Netflix, I just watched Beats with Anthony Anderson, rappers Dreezy and David East, and newcomer, shout out to him, Khalil Everidge. So this movie is bomb. Bomb AF. If you have not seen it on Netflix, check it out. It is awesome. It is about a aspiring beat maker, but he doesn't really even know he has talent. Anthony Anderson comes into his life and changes his whole entire life. It's everything. And honestly, the soundtrack is so bomb. If Netflix came out with a Netflix music, since iTunes getting kicked out the way, I would purchase it, because I was up late trying to find these songs from this movie and I couldn't find them. But I was up late last night because clearly I had to watch the BET Awards. And did you guys watch them? Leave in the comments or in the chat room. Let us know. We'll get to what you guys are thinking about the chat room in a second. But I just got to say, kudos to the BET Awards. I thought it was great. The pre-show was absolute trash. I don't know who produced that. Awkward AF. But Twitter was fun to drag you with. But the actual show was dope. They gave a humanitarian award to Nipsey Hussle. His mom, dad, the whole family came out. Shout out to his dad, who checked his mom right on stage. He was like, go do you. Let me speak into the mic. He also had a tribute. And that's what I think a tribute is. Unlike the Mary J. Blige, who won, what did she win? The Lifetime Achievement Award. And everyone thought she was going to receive a tribute, but she didn't. She performed it herself. And I'm like, is it really a tribute if the person being honored has to put work in? Like, if I'm being tributed, I want to see the new greats support me. I want to hear them singing my song. I want to, like, Nipsey passed and now people are singing his song. I want to see that. I want to witness that. But either or, Mary killed it. She was dope. She did her little dances and her little shimmy shakes. Lil' Kim came out. Method Man, fine AF, popped up. Shout out to Mary J. Blige. Also, shout out to Fantasia for the comeback. She did that. With her performance, Lizzo killed it. I was obsessed. I was actually more obsessed with the fact that Rihanna was standing for Lizzo in the crowd. And then we got some awards. It was mostly a concert, to be quite honest. But I just got to say, like, Beyonce hasn't put new music out in 3 years, and she won Best Pop R&B. Okay, that's the queen for you. And Cardi B, well, she won Best Album of the Year and Best Hip Hop, Female Hip Hop Award. I was like, okay, fine. I mean, no one else was really competing. Nicki didn't really come out with none this year. But I was a little disappointed because she opened the show up with a performance which was visually bomb, but she lip-synced. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But before we get into the news, I got to introduce you to my ladies. Should be giving us a little star tweet in just a few moments. Or what are we going to call it? Twitter tea, right, girl? Jamie Gray.
What's up, Jesse?
Hey, boo.
Hey, boo.
Was you liking the BET Awards?
I loved it. Like, you know what? I was very... You know what? I liked that it was much better than I thought. Because at first I was like, it hasn't been good since 2006. But you proved me wrong.
Okay.
I stand corrected.
Well, also standing over in the corner, behind her power podium, we got Miss Janine Doyen in the building, who's going to deliver us some beautiful news.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Welcome. You look bomb.
Thank
I'm
you.
liking this ensemble.
Thank you.
Okay. She came in with that with what is that? The eyeshadow? Not the eyeshadow.
The eyeliner.
Eyeliner.
On fleek.
Thanks, guys.
Did that.
Did that.
We ready for some news?
Oh,
Yes.
what's happening in the world?
Okay, so Cardi B also got some recognition this week. BET Awards last night, but also ASCAP Awards. And she won Songwriter of the Year. So she's the first female rapper to ever get this title at the ASCAP Rhythm and Soul Music Awards. And the award traditionally recognizes the songwriter who has written or co-written the greatest number of most performed songs. So she was recognized for hits like Bartier Cardi, Ring, and I Like It, Bodak Yellow. I mean, we can list them all. But, you know, a lot of people are saying online that this is not right. People are questioning whether or not she actually wrote her own song. So, Jesse, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think she deserved this award?
No, I don't. Personally, I don't. Here's the thing. I love Cardi. I will jam to a Cardi song. But I think with something like this, for her being one of the first female rappers to receive this award, like, we have MC Lyte, we have Queen Latifah, we have Missy Elliott, who I forget what the award was, but she did ring a Songwriters Hall of Fame, award. But for something like this, like, we have Nicki Minaj. Like, there is an endless amount. I mean, you could even give this to Trina at this point. You know, I did my due diligence because I was like, I want to be a hater. But let me really see, like, how many songs she actually writes. Now, it's easy to, all you got to do is write 3 words and your name going to be on the list of 15 to 20 people. Where when I go to some of the other ones, which people would say are iconic and legendary in our time, it's like 1, 2, 3, the tops. So personally, I'm not here for it. I love Cardi, but I just feel like we're giving her... I was actually surprised she didn't win the Coca-Cola Viewer's Choice. But I was like, that is real shade if she wins the Coca-Cola Viewer's Choice, because she did a Pepsi commercial. So that's the only reason why I think they stopped that bag. What else is going on?
So while Cardi is getting recognized, dozens of major stars are also getting recognized. The Walk of Fame announced the recipients of the next 35 stars. And there are a lot of amazing people that I was actually really surprised. I thought half of these people already got stars. So don't hate me if I don't list all of them, but some of the top names: Julia Roberts, Chris Hemsworth, Spike Lee, Octavia Spencer, Mahershala Ali, Andy Cohen, Christina Applegate. Shouldn't she have gotten one like 20 years ago? Wendy Williams, Dr. Phil, Cindy Crawford, Alicia Keys, 50 Cent, Dave Chappelle, and Billy Porter of Pose. So a lot of people, I would have figured a lot of them had it already, but they now have 2 years to schedule time to have their reveal party, which means it's right down the street. I think us AfterBuzzers should all go. So Jesse, of all of those amazingly talented, influential people, I'm wondering which one stands out to you as the one most deserving of the star, the one that we should all go and see and celebrate.
Well, the gag is Batman, really, but washing that away, because I just can't believe half of these people don't have it. Like, mine would be Spike Lee for sure. Like, the fact that Spike Lee doesn't have a star on the Walk of Fame is crazy to me. Like you said, Christina Applegate. Now, here's the thing. The one I would want to go to is Wendy Williams.
Okay, I love her.
But I'm like... But she did radio, and the talk show's been out for like 10 years. So, like, I'm here for it with Wendy. Andy Cohen was kind of like... really? He's kind of seems new to me to like be getting it with these people, with all of these people. I'm surprised by Alicia Keys. Shout out to 50 Cent. Shout out to 50 Cent for last night. The BET Awards for dragging the BET Awards allowed him to drag on that. So I appreciate that too. But yeah, Spike Lee and Wendy Williams were my two like okay. And Julia Roberts, like the shade of it all.
Let's go to all 35.
That's a lot. I don't know if I can pencil all that in.
All right, we'll go to a handful.
But at least
them.
like 15.
Yeah.
So while those A-listers are soaking up the limelight, there's another star that's getting a lot of unwanted attention after her private selfies were released. So I'm sure you guys have heard by now, but there's a lot of updates about Bella Thorne's leaked nudes.
Damn.
So she made headlines last week when she announced that her nudes had been hacked off of her cell phone and she was being blackmailed. So she decided, I'm going to release them myself. I'm not going to stand for being blackmailed. You don't own me. So she decided to release them and try to take her power back. And then Whoopi Goldberg had some thoughts about it. She said on The View that if you're famous, you don't take nudes if you don't want them to be hacked. Bella responded on her Instagram. She said, blaming girls for taking the photo in the first place is sick and honestly disgusting. I was supposed to go on The View, but honestly don't feel like being beaten down by a bunch of old women. So now she's posted as of today that they're very close to finding the hacker, but that she's still really devastated by this leak. She felt like she didn't have a choice, and now she's being shamed for even having taken them in the first place. So Jesse, who had it right? Was Bella right in that she's allowed to have these pictures and that no one can shame her for it? Or is Whoopi right in that, you know, if you're famous, your expectations of privacy are a little different than everyone else?
Honestly, I'm kind of in the me in the middle. I mean, I get what Whoopi's saying. Like, you know, we've heard how many times people are hacking celebrities' phones, leaking stuff. Like, you have to know that if you are doing it, if you are making a sex tape, if you are have nudes out there or whatever, we are in a new digital age that this can be leaked. And I think that's where Whoopi was going from it. Like, she's older. Like, she's like my grandmother telling me, like, well, you shouldn't have done it in the first place. They were going to get, you know, you're right. I shouldn't have. Because now I'm looking at it and shame-wise, like, ooh, I don't like this. But Bella, it's like, I'm glad she took her power back. Now, forget about it. Do something great. Do something different. Stop talking about it. Move on to the next thing. Honestly, I ain't checking for them. I don't think anyone else in this room is checking for them. Like, you know, it sucks, and it is a double standard, because if it was a male's dick pic, you know, are we gonna like, oh, now he can't get roles, now we're gonna judge him for like a week in Star magazine? Like, no, Bella, I love you, get over it, it's okay, girl, hold the power. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 2019. Everyone has an OnlyFans account. Like, at this point, it's tits, vagina. Like, Iggy Azalea dealt with it, and we weren't even talking about it anymore. So.
Wait, but do you feel like Bella Thorne could be doing this for her book? Because she did just come out with a book.
Oh.
Okay. She is a little fluid.
Just like when
she's a little
Iggy's
freaky.
Nudes released for her single.
So timely. You know? So I'm like, do you think it could be for her book, or sip that tea, or tequila?
What's the next one?
Okay, so there's some other stars that are also getting unwanted attention, but took it out very differently on their social media accounts. So Mila, Kunis, and Ashton Kutcher have been married for years, and they posted an adorable video of the two of them. Mila was filling Ashton in on their impending divorce separation.
So sad.
Mila was feeling suffocated and
He had a dark
took the
secret.
kids. He had a dark secret. So this was the cover of In Touch magazine, and clearly not incredibly accurate, because they posted. Seriously, we should repost that video on our AfterBuzz Tonight account.
We'll put it on the Insta story for you guys.
It's amazing. And it was sort of their way of pushing back against these fake tabloid stories about them, because they're constantly on the cover having triplets. I think this would have been the third or fourth time, or splitting. They've split all the time. So this was very, very tongue-in-cheek, and we see these sort of headlines all the time, you know, when we're checking out at the grocery store. Jen and Brad are secretly getting together for the 17th time. So my question, Jesse, if there's someone who's constantly on the cover of these fun but sort of trash mags that you would love to see sort of react with a video like this, because I think this is going to be the new trend.
I mean, I don't really know if I have one right now. Off the top, I would say I wish it was Britney Spears. I wish she was in the right mental capacity to do that. But then your Instagram girl, the past 30 videos. But here's my thing. Fake news. Like, who is writing this stuff? Like, there's so much gossip and tea that we could actually talk about. And you, like, whoa. Like, someone literally just was, like, sitting there like, what do I want to write today? Let me scroll. Oh, Mila Kunis. All right, Mila Kunis. She suffocated. Someone over there says, dark secret. Yeah, Ashton has a dark secret.
Exactly.
Like, what is going on? I'm confused. But I wish Bella Thorne would have... I love this video. This was literally my video of the week. Because I wish Bella Thorne would have taken this back. Because imagine if Mila and Ashton's sex tape got released. We had sex. Yeah, we did? What? You had it on your phone? I did. Someone hacked us? Oh my God. Where? What? We have children? What? We're grown adults consenting? Oh my gosh. I can't. I'm over it. Anyways, thank you, Janine. I appreciate you.
You're so welcome.
Jamie, I need more tea. What's happening on Twitter?
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Hey,
Nicki.
some call me
Okay.
Megatron.
Yes.
Hey.
Okay. Do you like Megatron, actually?
Obsessed. It's song of the summer. Thank you.
I
For right
feel
now,
it. I
until
feel it. Classic
Lizzo
beat.
comes out with something.
Okay.
I'm still waiting on you, Missy.
Right, Missy, what's up?
She promised us music this year.
She did. Last year, too.
Need it delivered. No,
So-
she said why it was last year, but whatever.
They all say things.
All right, but what's going on with
the
you?
Queen is back, and
Who
also
is?
Queen Radio is back, which I love.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Like, for real. She was playing
Child's
no
Play
games.
came out, and it was Nicki Minaj behind the mask.
And the thing I love about Queen Radio is because it's such an unfiltered version of Nicki, right? She just tells it like it is, and she did not hold anything back. Okay, Miss Miley Cyrus, she had to bring her up. Okay, okay, called her a Purdue chicken. We'll get to that, but. All of this drama, oh my gosh, why? Well, she said, Purdue chickens can never talk shit about queens.
Like-
But I do notice a lot of Purdue chickens have been talking a lot and trying to say a lot of shit about the queen for clout. Wow.
In reference
I felt
to
that. Okay.
Miley's little song with RuPaul, where Catitude, where she took her little shot like, sorry, Nicki, but I listen to Cardi.
And it's like, why even bring that up? So, of course, the Queen had a lot to say about that. And so did Purdue Chicken. They actually tweeted out. They said, thanks for the mention, Nicki Minaj, but we know nothing about beef. Nicki replied with laughing, crying emojis. So I love that she is able to joke about it, but I love this platform for her.
Me
You
too.
know, I think it's genius.
It's actually, it's genius for an artist. Again, Britney, wish we were there. But I think that it's dope that we can actually see an artist, and I think she brings a little bit of that old Wendy Williams, like where Wendy used to
Yes. And she also has DJ Booth, who's also with Wendy on Wendy's show.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact there. But Nicki had more to say. She said Miley Cyrus was sucking Mike Rowe's dick in the studio. Okay? Do we believe this?
Yep.
Okay, there
Sure
we go.
did. Why not?
Shots fired
I'm not
here.
going to not play with it. Why not? I want to believe it. I want to believe it happened. I saw the picture of the three of them together in the studio, so of course she did. What else was she doing in there? But my biggest takeaway from all that, like, I love the tea, I love the drama, but was in reference to Cardi B winning the ASCAP award. Nicki brought up the Grammys and how she was blackballed and how she had 7 singles on the charts before
7.
she dropped an album.
Yeah.
Name another.
Receipts.
You can't. Right? And as she was about to perform on the Grammys, Roman's Holiday, in which it was very theatrical, but I do love that song. I wish it was Roman's Revenge, but that's all right. As she was about to perform, they told her, we don't think you should perform because Whitney passed. First of all, what does Whitney's death have anything to do with
What's that got to do with me?
me? Thank you. And why she was blackballed and why she feels... And I can't wait for Kingsley to come in here because he spoke a lot about YouTube being very segregated. And I think that the award shows do this too. When a black woman voices her opinion, she's mad, she's angry, she's this, she's that, she's that. But when Miley does it, oh, it's cute. It's in with our culture. In what culture?
Thank you.
What else is new?
In other news, okay, so Dina and Angelina from Jersey Shore's family reunion, and of course the original Jersey Shore, they are salty. They are big mad, okay, because they lost at the MTV Movie and TV Awards. They were up against Love and Hip Hop, The Bachelor, The Challenge, Vanderpump Rules, but they lost. They lost to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Okay, and Angelina, she has no shame. She did not hold back. Okay, she
doesn't understand her shame.
She doesn't, but she says, first of all, robbed. What a joke. She also says it is disgusting. We all know the fans really voted for us. We definitely got robbed. Okay, she had more to say. We are the real winners. We don't need an award to know it and feel it. We will always be the true MVPs. Angelina, take a breather.
Girl, I can tell you've been crying and you need somebody to talk to. First of all, Miss Angelina, I forget your name. I'm thinking Angelina Jolie, okay? I'm thinking Maleficent.
Who are you?
All right? Who, what, when, where, why? Because Jersey Shore was popping 5-7 years ago. Hello, Love and Hip Hop, one of the #1 shows. And even if we were to say just MTV, let's just go to MTV. Bitch, The Challenge has you beat. The Challenge is popping. Okay, girl? You're washed up. You're washed up. You're washed ashore of the Jersey Shore, girl. And ain't no one going swimming in Jersey. Anyways, thank you for that, T, sis. But we're going to move on because I'm super excited. We got a friend, a homie of mine, Kingsley. He is, I mean, y'all know YouTube. He's been in the YouTube game for over 10 years.
A minute.
The original, okay, YouTube pop culture connoisseur, and he gonna spill all the tea because I got a little game we gonna play with him. He don't know it yet, but we played a game with him before we filmed the show. So take a look. We got Kingsley in studio.
Hey, what's up? It's Kingsley. I am here on AfterBuzz tonight, and we're gonna play a couple games. First up is this or that, wet or dry. I'm definitely gonna go with wet. I think being dry is uncomfortable, no matter what kind of scenario you're talking about, and I just would rather be wet in all instances. Mother or father? Mother by default. I don't want to get into it. I might start crying. Cold or hot? Definitely cold. I feel like if you're hot, you can't really get comfortable either way, whereas if you're cold, you can put on layers. You know what I mean? If you're hot, you can be naked and you're still just gonna be miserable, and nobody has time for that. Fast or slow? I'd rather go fast, depending on the situation. I like to get things done efficiently and quickly. Dog or cat? Definitely dogs. They're more loving and receptive, and they listen when you call their names, and they talk to you, and they just like make you feel better, whereas a cat, you could have like a bond with it, or so you think, and the thing doesn't even listen to you or want to cuddle with you. Like, I don't. Red or blue? I'm gonna go with blue for various reasons. I think blue is just an amazing color, and red signifies a lot of bad things right now. Chocolate or caramel? Do you say caramel or caramel? I say caramel. I think I'm gonna go with chocolate because it's just more straightforward. Hard or soft? Hard. Silver or gold? I personally think silver is more attractive than gold. There's just something about the way it shines. It's more like subtle and classy and not as like in your face and tacky. Morning or night? Definitely night. I'm one of those people that I feel like I come alive the later it gets, and I feel more creative when it's dark outside. Marvel or DC? Switzerland. I can't do that. Religious or spiritual? Definitely spiritual. It's all about the feels. You know, it doesn't have to be anything specific. It's just all about what you're like exuding and taking in. I'm all about the spirit. Okay, wordplay. First thing that comes to mind when I hear your 20s, disastrous. Absolutely disastrous, but great learning experiences, but a tragedy. Politics. Hashtag over it. I wish we could just banish everything political from the world and just all be little happy people, you know, walking around eating grass, but we're far removed from that. Money. want. I'm Kingsley, and you're watching AfterBuzz Tonight.
Yo, welcome back. Oh, he picked hard. And we gonna ask why, because ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the motherfucking studio. We got the king of YouTube. Bitch, ain't no one work harder. Ain't no one work harder. Ain't no one spill realer tea in a very calm, sophisticated manner. Ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube king of pop culture, Kingsley in studio.
Hey.
Hey.
You're so flattering.
I mean, I'm just saying, Kingsley.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
You were an inspiration to me.
Very kind words.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Congrats on your show, bitch.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So hard or soft? Right? Where'd your mind go with that one?
You know my mind
I'm
went.
just kidding. We're not gonna go there. This isn't that kind of show, guys. We're gonna play this other game. Because you are. I love listening to your pop culture commentary.
Okay.
First of all, before we do that, shout out to everyone in this fucking chat room who is a Kingsley motherfucking stan, okay?
Hey.
Shout out to Lynn Marr. Shout out to Justin Grant. Shout out to PM616. I don't know what area code that is, but okay. Yeah. All right. So, some pop culture questions. You know what I'm saying? YouTube. Part of the YouTube world. Well, let's talk about white culture in YouTube. Jake Paul and Tanya.
Not Tanya.
What is it? Tana? Girl, I don't care. I don't care, and no one else at home cares. But is it real? They're getting engaged. Do you think this is real? Is this a YouTube stunt? Like, he's known for his YouTube stunts.
I don't know. I don't know him.
Just be messy.
I've met her, and she seems like a lovely. I don't think she would fake something like that. I think
she wouldn't.
No.
Do you think he's playing her? He's probably playing her.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Jake Paul.
Do you guys want Jake Paul? We should get Jake Paul in studio and grill him, and Kingsley will sit right here and we'll
ask
co-host
them.
the
But
situation.
if it's real, congratulations. I think Tana's really sweet. So
Okay.
if they Tana, you got me saying
Look,
Tanya.
I have you doing that.
You have
I've now
me saying
influenced
it.
your mind.
Tanya. Can you try to pronounce her last name? Just
Absolutely
so I
not.
can
I'm from Boston, and I'll fuck up anyone's name.
Yeah.
It's like a thing.
No.
Someone once said, "You have not been knighted unless I've fucked your name up."
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Katy Perry, Taylor Swift. The beef is over. Do we think that's real, or is that like, you know?
I think that's real. I think
Agreed.
that's just like growth and maturity, and the way that Burger embraced
Them fries.
that fry. It was just so authentic
It was.
and real, and I don't think I've ever seen anything as beautiful as that.
But you want to know a little something that I personally got from the video?
What?
I think Taylor really hurt Katy Perry's feelings. And it was in the way they hugged in the video.
Okay.
Look back at it and watch Katy's face. Taylor was super like, I mean, it is Taylor's video and she has like on.
Uh-huh.
But like, if you look at Katy's face, it's like, I do want to end this beef. Da da da. It's like when you finally like have that conversation with your friend. It's like, okay, we're squash the beef, but like, bitch, you really didn't hear my third sentence. And
What?
like,
The thing even, like, was it John Mayer? Was that what it was?
I think it was a couple different things, honestly. It was like that girl squad situation.
It just seems so long ago. I don't even remember.
But, okay, real important question. I mean, that was nothing. But, like, Never Really Over or Calm Down, the two singles. Katy Perry, are we listening to Katy Perry if we had to choose one? Or Taylor Swift? What are we choosing? What's the T? What's the one?
I'm listening to Taylor Swift because, look,
I agree.
I don't like my pop song. I don't need to, like, have to learn how to speak fast.
Don't you know that I'm
like, I'm not
toxic?
going to be screaming that chorus. Some of my friends are all about it, but I'm just like,
Don't
it makes
we
me
know?
tired to listen to it. It's like, girl, take a breath.
Especially when they keep posting on their Insta story.
Exactly.
All right,
But-
BET Awards. Cardi B, you know what I mean? She won Songwriter Award of the ASCAP. You know
She
what I mean?
won what?
Well, I'm sorry. Not the BET Awards. We're going to get into that in a second.
Oh.
So Cardi B won ASCAP Songwriter of the Year.
Oh.
Do you agree with this? Like, how do you feel about
What's
Cardi?
the criteria? What does that mean?
Apparently, you have to write 3 words in your song, and you can
Oh.
win an award. But Lil' Kim, Missy Elliott, Nicki Minaj, all these legendary female hip hop rappers have never won
You know
this.
what? Cardi's
winning
performance
out here.
at the BET Awards, though, was great.
Was great, but the lip syncing I expected from Britney,
you
but
know
not
what?
from Cardi.
But that's the thing I don't mind, because some of these female rappers, even some of my favorites,
Lil' Kim
be
last
out
night.
of breath and like trying to sing or rap live, and it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
These are some of the ones I love.
Name 2.
So I think that is amazing.
All of a sudden, because in his bio it says, now that I'm in LA, I can't talk shit about some of my celebrities because I'm always at celebrity
I'm talking about
parties.
Nicki. I love Nicki. Anyone watching knows what I'm talking about. But sometimes Nicki be out of breath. Like she can rap, but she be out of breath.
But
so
does she really be out of breath, or does she just say like, yeah, and then she lets everyone else sing it?
Because she's
I'm
out of
fine
breath.
with that. I'm okay with that.
That's what I'm saying. I appreciate a lip sync when you're serving us like choreography and just trying to give us a performance. Like I can't.
But like even Lil' Kim gave us a. I need like something. I need to know you here.
Yeah, I feel that. That's fair. That's
something.
Fair.
Like you opening
like,
the BET. Like first of all, Lizzo performing live.
Lizzo always, first of all, performs live. She plays instruments. She gives it all. Lizzo, I saw her at Coachella and I was just. Her mic was fucked up and she's still what?
I just want to touch that.
Oh yeah. The dust is still there. For sure.
I actually, after watching the BET Awards, I really would love Lizzo, her, and Rihanna to do something where her is like playing the bass, Lizzo's playing the flute, and Rihanna's like, yeah.
What the hell? That is not 3 names I thought you were gonna say.
I know. And look, hello, hi, A&R, sign me up. All right. So, what's the summer song? Megatron or Press?
Neither one, to be honest with you.
Well, we're not doing that. I asked you to. You can only pick one or the other, this or that.
I'm gonna say Megatron, I guess.
Right. Thank you. That was a trick question.
But Wish Wish is better than both.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, really.
You know what? No, I'm scratching all of it and I'm giving it to, what's it called? That's My Type, Sweetie. That's My Type, Sweetie.
Hey!
All right,
so, I didn't know that was her.
Me
I
either.
thought that was City Girls for some reason.
Let me tell you. First of all, Young Miami from the City Girls. Girl, I don't know if you trolling us every time you perform. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please just Google BET Awards City Girls.
What she gotta do? She's probably just like deflated. Like she's pregnant now, right? And then JT's in jail. Like she just has to perform by herself. I'd be sad too and just over it. Like get me off the stage.
But she been like that from the beginning.
You think? I think.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go dissect.
I'm gonna send you like 3 clips, okay? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna dissect this. All right. So one of the videos that you were super famous for, or that went viral, was things you hate. And in 2019, what are 3 things that you hate?
I think people that just inconvenience everyone else on the road when they have somewhere to go. Like the people that won't stay in the lane because the car in front of them is turning, so they have to cut you off just to they can't wait 5 seconds. That really irritates me.
Don't go to Korea.
People who wait until the last second to get from the left lane of the highway to their exit, even
Road
though
rage
they
over
live here and they're all driving things. I get so pissed off when I'm driving. Because I'm such a efficient driver. Like I'm the type
and
to
you're
get
in your
over
zone because you're
a
listening
mile.
to Britney or the
I just
Taylor
gotta
song.
go. Like I'm just trying to get everywhere as smoothly as possible. And I'm very nice behind the wheel. If your lights are on, I'm letting you over. Like you know what I mean? Like I just feel like we're all trying to go somewhere. People that don't take others into consideration on the road piss me off, and they can all choke.
So your third wish of what you hate is what? What would you wish? That people would what?
Would have some respect.
Actually, honestly, I really had my most road rage moment with a friend on the phone where I literally got to the point I roared. And she was like, Jesse, you just roar. I literally
Why are you on the phone? What are you doing?
First of all, I have speakerphone.
Okay.
It's through my
Why,
car.
okay.
Hi.
They better be hands
Hi,
free.
2019. Thank you. I'm not sitting up. Have you ever seen somebody in 2019 hey girl, yeah.
Yes.
Look, Kingsley.
I swear. People are crazy out here.
All right, Toyota Corolla. Guess we aren't getting to deal with them. All right, Britney, her Instagram, you and me, 2 of the biggest Britney Spears fans. I'm obsessed. We need to have an intervention. How do we do this?
I intervened myself. I unfollowed her because I just can't
I did
deal
too.
with it.
I really did too. I mean, I stalk her page still.
I don't know what's happening.
You don't want to go to it.
I don't.
It's her. It's like it actually is point because at one point when she did the circus tour, Femme Fatale, I was like, this is all a game. Like she's really gonna come out I really believe this. I felt one time she was gonna come out and start like belting. Like,
oh yeah,
they made me sing like this because they did. Because watch, you start paying attention to certain celebrities. There is a certain PR trick to where you speak at a high, soft voice, and it is not intimidating. And you gain a lot of followers because it's like, hey, girl, you know, and makes more money than Christina's. Just saying. All right, but what I really want to talk to you about that has been trolling on YouTube is your video, actually.
What video?
Because you're a friend of mine and, like, I care.
Oh, what are you talking about?
You posted a video about how you have been, you know what I mean, just strolling around owning the streets of YouTube for 10 years. And you said you were miserable.
Yeah.
And I respect you for doing that. Because I think, and it goes into a few videos of yours where you talk about what people expect from you. I miss the old Kingsley. Hi, bitch, I'm grown. I'm growing up. Can I grow up?
Hell.
Can I grow up? Can I have thoughts? God. Can I have feelings? Can I cry? And then tell you about them? Yeah. Can I come back?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm eating dinner.
Oh, I know what you mean.
So, 10 years, pause, and, you know, you wanted... This was interesting to me because... You actually had we've spoke about this over at Dash Radio, okay? Where you talked about, you know, you had left the YouTube world because, you know, you just were kind of like going through some things, but last year you left because of what social media was doing.
Yeah. And even now being back, it's just so crazy. Like what was it last week? The Arizona cops with the baby
Dollar Tree toy.
Yes,
it's like $1.
There's something.
You should have just given them $1 and said, you know what? As an officer of Arizona, here you go.
There's no reason for 5 cars. Anyway, like just stuff like that. I was saying that all the time, and I feel like, and I said it in the video, like there's a line between being informed and knowing what's going on in the world. And it just being, like, aggressively unhealthy to see over and over and over. And that's what I feel like was happening. And then, you know, obviously every time a video like this comes out, there's always debates and people fighting and saying what's wrong and what's right. And it's just like, for me, I always curated a very fun internet experience. I feel like in real life, like I have conversations with my parents and my friends about politics and, like, just very deep, more intricate things that could happen with 180 characters, and just to see it online all the time is just a different type of exhausting. Yeah. And it's just not what I intended my online experience to be. So I'm
glad you make money from YouTube because Janine was telling me before the show that there's a job for $15 an hour where Facebook will pay you to literally watch all the crazy YouTube all the Facebook videos of like killings and like all that crazy stuff that's on Facebook, and you have to monitor it.
Yep. I've heard of
Kingsley's not doing
They do that at YouTube too.
I don't know. I'm a little weird. I could numb myself out from that.
Could you really?
There's no way. There's a psycho part of me. I think I really could.
No, like the stuff is crazy. I'm talking about like beheadings and like it's stuff.
But I think I'm like the person that's at home that's like, this is stupid. Nope, not working. Or I'd be like petting Rex or doing something. Like I'm
casually.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing like actual work and I'm like, haha, Facebook, fuck you, $15 an hour. All right. So you also talked about white YouTube, and how at the time, and it's so true because when I really think about it and I go back to those days and those names that you named off,
Shut up.
You know, you felt like you weren't a part of the community. You didn't see skin tones like yourself, people relating, you like Britney Spears, but you know what I mean? There's many people who like Britney Spears, and I want to see someone of my skin tone, or Kingsley saying his skin tone, who likes Britney too. Yes, he loves that Jesse loves that Britney, but at the same time, he wants to relate at the same time. And back then, back then, white people didn't even know what we was trying to talk about. Like, no, look.
That is true.
I know white privilege is a conversation, but it's very minuscule. Yeah. Whereas 2019, like white people are like, oh, okay.
That is crazy.
You know what? I'm gonna get mad. I'm just gonna get mad at you saying white privilege now.
Yeah.
Where back then it was like, what?
It wasn't even a thing, and I don't think it
was not a
even
thing.
technically had a name. It's crazy how far just issues and just social awareness has come.
Who you voting for?
I have no
I'm just
idea.
fucking with you. I knew
No,
you was
it's
gonna say
okay.
that.
Just people need to get it together. Whoever.
Everyone needs to get it
Everyone needs to get it
together
together.
right
There
now.
are 600 Democrats running for president, and it's just
it looked like Homecoming from Beyonce.
stressed. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it was. I think, like I said, the tone of the world now. I think a lot of people are reflective and just realizing things. I've talked to some friends about just like microaggressions, and like one of my friends is like a sorority mother at a like predominantly white college. Like it's just like people talking more, I think, are helping other people realize what they might have gone through that they didn't even realize in the moment.
Now, we connected on The Challenge. MTV is The Challenge. But over at AfterBuzz TV, you guys can go watch that throwback video. Have you watched The Real World on Facebook?
I have not. I watched War of the World.
Okay, so you haven't seen it.
No.
Totally recommend it.
Is it good?
I mean, it is like shocking because like usually I'm like, oh, the girl, the virgin got drunk and now she's fucking the white football player and like that's
Yeah.
the tea. Now it's like social commentary. for
They're
the
in
people.
Atlanta, right?
For the people.
Okay.
Like,
I'm gonna have to check it
whoa.
out.
Check it out.
Are they still 30 minutes long?
Yeah, it's only 30 minutes. 25, 22, something.
Okay.
And like you can like skip the commercial when it gets to that
Yes.
point.
Is that like
I'm here
Facebook
for that.
Premium? Can
I
everyone
really
do that?
I really hope we move in that direction. Question though, how do you deal with depression and anxiety? Because you are in a space where it's weird. It's weird for you because I am proud of you because I see you getting sponsors. You know what I mean? You're moving up. You're moving into a different world. I see what all these movie premieres, which we're gonna talk about Chucky in a second. But no, like YouTube is a different beast because I think I always say the internet is the wild, wild west, but we're moving in a direction to where we're starting to figure out like how do we tame it? How as yourself, you've been in for 10 years, you know what I mean? But if it's a long time and it's like you should be accredited to a way higher standard than you actually are, real talk, personally, you should. Honestly. Bitches, you're sleeping. But like... How do you deal with, because when you're a celebrity star, when you're on TV, you get a PR person and they tell you how to deal with, well, when this person says this, Bella Thorne's over here with a PR person talking about my nudes. Like, imagine being a YouTube star and that happening, because you have to do it on yourself. How do you deal with anxiety and depression? How would you deal with your nudes being leaked?
I shut myself out, and that's probably my problem. Like, I don't have a problem. I just didn't upload for, it was almost 12 months. It was almost a year, and it was because I was overwhelmed. And like I know a lot of people push themselves, and they continue to upload, and they continue to engage and put out tweets and just like be on social media all the time. I can't do that. So I literally unplug is my advice for people, and the only thing that I know how to do, because if the internet is bothering you and affecting your your mental health, then get off of the internet. That's what I say. I feel like a lot of people act like the internet is required.
Like it's like injected.
Yeah, like you have to get on Twitter. You have to get on Instagram. Like, bitch, no, you don't. Like, just delete it off your phone for a couple weeks or however long.
I've never live tweeted until yesterday with the BET Awards, and it was literally because I was working on. This is why I'd be great for that. Facebook, hire me, because the BET Awards were on this iPad right here, and I was working on my computer, and it was just on. And as I saw something, I was like, ha 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 ha. Let me tweet about that. And I just had the mood for it.
Just one tweet, or did you live tweet like the whole 3 hours?
No, absolutely
Okay,
not.
then you didn't live tweet. You sent
I
out
did
a
like
tweet
an hour and a
during
half.
the BET Awards.
I supported like an hour and a half
serious.
of it. And then I was like washing dishes and like getting my actual life together, people. This is what we need to do. You know what I mean? We commit, but we also commit to our lives.
Yeah.
And building. So in 2011, you moved to LA.
I did.
Was this like the most cultural diversity you had ever seen in your life?
Oh yeah. Missouri's pretty black and white.
Sure is. I would never think that there was a person of color in Missouri. I actually never think of Missouri.
Yeah, we had
What's the capital of Missouri?
Jefferson City.
Ugh.
Exactly.
First of all, I mean,
Look,
that's
don't do it. Look,
I mean,
love
no,
where
I don't
I'm
want to like
from.
diss on where you're from, but like really,
I don't want to either,
am.
and I never want people to get that impression because it's like I can't help where I grew up, but it's still where I grew up.
St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Never
really-
mind, just kidding, Nelly.
It's cool. Exactly. Nelly,
But that's
Chiggy,
it, just
Jaquan.
there. Actually, funny story. When me and my brother drove out here, we stopped in Missouri at one of the world famous casinos. It was like the world famous casino. It said it somewhere on a sign.
Okay.
And it said, look, if you park here, we cannot. And it was an enclosed garage. It said it was the world's most dangerous city. It had a stone that said, this is the world's most dangerous city.
In St. Louis?
I don't know if it was St. Louis, but right next to St. Louis or
East
something.
St. Louis?
And there was a huge casino. We parked in and it said, if anything is stolen from your car, we have no responsibilities. When I tell you, me and my brother booked it out of that town and drove all.
Oh my gosh.
Celine Dion drove all night. All right. What I love about you too is because you're so relatable to me. Because there's, obviously haven't been doing it as long as you, but here at AfterBuzz, we're supposed to watch a TV show and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
As a fan, because I'm a super fan. Did it for many years for Bad Girls Club, Love and Hip Hop, Hot Messes. Had never watched the shows, came to AfterBuzz, they're like, watch this. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? And I'm speaking about pop culture. And doing it so often, people assume that's who you are.
Mm.
And you have this issue with that versus who your personality actually is.
Yeah.
Talk about that, because really give me the breakdown of, it's really like a key with your friends.
It literally is, and I think that's one of the things I didn't realize when I started is how vast the internet was. Because in my little bubble, I knew my friends watched me, I knew people on campus watched me, but I didn't comprehend that the world was watching and just random people. And it was just interesting because I feel like for some reason with pop culture and stuff like that, it's taken more seriously where if a dude's talking about sports and it's dragging LeBron to put up Kevin Durant or something like that, nobody sees that as their character. They understand that that's their hobby and what they're into, and that's just pop culture for me. I'm very opinionated on music and movies and gossip, but that has nothing to do with me on an everyday basis. You know what I mean?
you are an analyzer, so through all of these years.
Wait, I don't think I've ever been called an analyzer. What does that mean?
You are. Well, you analyze pop culture.
Oh,
you
yeah.
watch something, you analyze it, and you speak on it.
Yes.
So with all these years of watching it and seeing people say positive things about you, negative things about you, what is something that you've learned about people to kind of numb yourself to that? Because, clearly that bothered you, that people didn't understand that there was that difference. Because I'll say your YouTube videos now, here for it. But I understand why people would be like, we miss the old Kingsley, where you're just sitting there reading off lyrics.
Yeah, and going in.
And you know what I mean? But now you're talking about real shit.
Yeah.
And it's oh, well, now you're mad that I'm talking about real shit, but you were mad when I was bashing fucking whoever back in the day.
People are never going to be happy. That's what I realized the most. And I think that you can't go through life trying to please everyone because it's not possible. And I also think I learned a lot of people seem to see or get more affected by negative things than positive things, which I don't understand why, and it makes me sad. But I could say 15 great things about somebody when they're killing it on the red carpet, a meme that made me laugh, just props. But then the one song they come out with that I think is shitty, that's their impression of me. That's what they remember. And so, I don't know. I just feel like I've just learned to be honest and just to live in my truth and not overthink things too much.
So my queens in the corner are telling me to wrap up. But I want to tell you what I see the vision right now is I'm really into Kingsley movie reviews.
Wow.
I live for your Insta story when you're just you be putting me onto movies that I don't even know are going to come out.
Oh, really?
I'm oh shit.
I got the AMC
Camp Stories in the jar.
membership.
Oh, me too.
3 a week. Do you
Me
go?
too.
Do you go?
Do I every
use
week?
It. I love it so much.
I sure do. 3
it's got me
movies a week.
reinvigorated. About
Seeing
movies.
crazy shit.
Yeah, that you wouldn't have wanted to spend money on before, but now it's $20 a month.
I like that because I
whatever.
think that movies are something where people don't get as offended. To where it's give you your opinion. What else are we working on? I see you all of a sudden we have sponsorships.
Wow.
Working with Malibu.
The
all over the
Malibu
place.
Games is coming out this summer.
Didn't even bring
that was
none.
so much fun. I'm sorry. It's in the backseat
The
of my
Malibu place
car.
is coming somewhere?
The
Where?
Malibu Games are airing right now all summer long
Okay, is there an event that the three of us can come to?
No, we already shot it. We shot it in May. It
What
was
is
so
the
much
Malibu
fun.
Games? Tell us about it.
They had
Wish we
4
could have been there.
teams in the Dominican Republic. There was I was a captain. Nani Natasha was a captain. Hannah Stocking, Olivia from overseas, and we just all were competing against each other to try to win this trophy.
Oh, you loved it because it's like the challenge.
I literally, that's what I was living my challenge fantasy. And it was like the best week of my life. It was so much fun. And like everyone was so cool. Like everyone's from all over the world. It was just a really cool time. So it's coming out through the summer. It's Pride season. I just want to tell everyone to go get tested. I think that's very importante. And to just look after yourselves and know your status. I'm like very, very, very adamant about that. Some people are so scared to go, and I don't know why.
I don't get it either, and that's why I love the TV show Pose. And they told me in the thing we can talk a little longer, which we're not going to, because I know we got to wrap it up. But I do love Pose, and I think it's super important right now. And literally, I don't think there's another TV show that makes me laugh, cry, smile, and make me feel happy at the same time. I don't think I've ever watched a TV show. Every episode makes me feel that.
Damn.
Literally.
That's
Do you watch
strong.
Pose?
I'm in the middle of season 1.
Oh my god.
I started watching when it got on Netflix.
You just need 2 days off and you'll get through it.
I know. We're trying to finish it up because everyone's obsessed with it.
It is. But I think that's true. And I think that, looking at the stigma back in the day versus today, I feel like we're getting there. A little bit.
I would hope so. I feel like people are definitely at the most informed.
It's like, great,
that they've
go
ever
do a
been.
sex party. If that's your thing, more power to you. Know your status. You know what I mean? Do it before and then enter after. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm here to play. I support that. What else we got going on?
What else do we have going on? Oh, I just partnered with Verizon. They're doing this amazing campaign. Pride season. Pride season is just when I just thrive.
You know what I mean? We got one more week left.
They're telling stories about reconnection and different people's coming out experiences and people that might have reacted pretty poorly, but how they eventually got over it, which I think is a very positive thing. I talk to a lot of people who are scared to come out because they're scared of the reaction. But I truly believe if people love you, especially with like parents and family and stuff, even if they're initially negative about it, that they will come around. I do believe that in most cases.
And especially if they don't understand it. You have to understand that it takes time to understand because you don't understand why they don't understand.
Exactly.
And they've lived a longer life.
Yep.
So get that in your head, accept that, be the bigger person, and live your life. Hey, okay? Now, last thing, you are recently single.
Yeah, who told you to say that?
Well, no one told me to say it, but you told me. So, fellas, hey, hit up his DMs.
Is this one of those Bumble things?
It absolutely is not. Because on Instagram, you don't gotta swipe right. You just don't have to accept. Okay. So you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, but I'm gonna really put you out right now. Look into this camera right here, and I want you. If you could say one thing to your ex, what would you say?
Oh my gosh! Stop it!
I already said it, so now you gotta do it. Go.
I can't. This is so. Why did you do that to me?
Because I love you. Go ahead.
Wow.
I mean,
love you.
wow.
I hope you're well.
That was nice. That was really big
It
of you.
has nothing. I can't.
So it has nothing to do with what you actually would say to him. who newly twisted your hair?
Yikes.
What's his name?
Her name is Ngozi.
I mean, that could be a boy.
She's Nigerian.
We're
and
gay.
She's
We could say
amazing.
her to him.
At Ngozi the Great on Instagram if you need your hair built the fuck
Shout out to the plug. Where can everyone follow you?
At Kingsley with 3 Ys on Instagram and Twitter. Kingsley with 1 Y on YouTube.
Kingsley, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate
Congratulations again.
And he's been doing them, workouts over at LA Fitness. Because look at that chest
Oh, yikes.
coming through. Oh, boy, don't cover it up now when you have that video up there.
God,
Ladies, Janine.
Hey, you can find me across social media at Janine Doyon.
They're going to cuss me out after the show. Jamie.
What's up? You can find me and Jamie on Twitter at It's Jamie Gray or on Instagram at Jamie Gray, JAIMI.
Boom. And y'all can hit me up everywhere at DJ Jesse J across all media platforms. Also, make sure you guys hit us up at AfterBuzz TV. And we got a new Instagram account. And I know it ain't the thing to follow an Instagram account with a little few followers. But, please help support, build, and leave us a comment down below at AfterBuzz Tonight. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and at the end of the day, know that no matter what you are doing, you are loved. And only you can prevent your dream from coming true. Till next week, same time, same place. Peace.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.